Hey there guys, Gamer Jamie 111 here, and I'm not doing any reactions in this video. Um, there's something a little bit more serious that needs to be talked about today. I don't usually do this on this channel, but I have to talk about it because I am furious at the utter disbelief of this current government of the UK. Now, I do have a script that I want to read off, so I can come across as coherent, but I may do tangents along the way. Now, I am a self-described socialist progressive. I am queer-coded. I am a non-binary, pansexual person with ADHD who wishes to be respected by the people in power who are supposed to make my life as good as it possibly can be. I am a firm believer of the tax the rich movement. I'm also a Republicanist. That does not mean I support MAGA or Trump or any right-wing nut job like that. It means I am a not my king kind of person and believe that England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland should be a republic and have their own independence if they so wish to have it, in the same vein of how the Republic of Ireland works, with a prime minister or a president and not a monarchy, because of how the monarchy has been in recent years. It's not an authority in that he makes bills and puts forth bills to be voted on, etc. It's just a symbol that is no longer needed because it's just ceremonial stuff. It's stupid flies everywhere. His role is nothing. All he is something to put on coins and notes, and that's it. That is his entire role. And to go out to the public, wave to them a little bit, and then rake in all the taxpayers' money. But whenever a bill is put forth to the monarch in a royal assent, it's always a serious bill that just needs effectively a stamp of approval that applies to more than just England. Most England bills are sorted between MPs of England. Whenever they want to apply it to Wales or Scotland or even Northern Ireland sometimes, they need to do a royal assent to basically seal the deal. The king has no real power over the government anymore because he never takes charge to stop bills he disagrees with. This was a problem that happened under Lizzie. She had so many bills that should not have gone forward, yet she just seal of approval for some really serious stuff. Way too many to say right now, but the current king, literally hates the Rwanda immigration bill, yet he says nothing and doesn't stop it from happening. So why is he there? Now, because I am human, I wish Charles a speedy recovery from his cancer and whatever the prostate enlargement stuff is. But because I am a socialist republicanist, I hope the monarchy is abolished upon his recovery, if not sooner. But the topic I want to focus on in this video is Rishi Sunak and why he needs to resign today, now, right this second, today. It is the 7th of February. I'm recording this at just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Rishi Sunak needs to resign today. And as he's resigning, he should call a general election. Because he made a an anti-trans joke. Rishi Sunak made it on the Prime Minister Questions today about Keir Starmer being unable to describe what is a woman. Just a week after the trial of Brianna Ghey's murder, whilst Brianna's mother, Esther Ghey, was in the chamber whilst he said the joke, and all of his colleagues laughed. They laughed at the deaths of trans people. This is on top of the attempts by all of the Tory MPs, all of the Tory higher-ups, backbenchers, everybody that is a Tory is currently attempting to leave the ECHR. Now, that is I can't remember the full acronym, but it's something like the European Committee for Human Rights. Basically, it's a human rights organisation, which is so they can dehumanize whoever they want and impose increasingly worse legislation to benefit the rich even more. And I can't stand by and watch as my country becomes a radical racist place because the Tories allow the racists to be open about it, and because they have a South Asian man at the top, they use that as an excuse to say they're not racist. But the right wing in the UK have become a British MAGA, and I don't want that political landscape because that is very scary for myself and all my LGBTQ plus brethren. It's also scary because I am registered disabled, and if they leave the ECHR, then I will be forced to work and all my benefits will stop, and I will either have to work in extreme pain or die of lack of housing, lack of food, lack of sustenance. The entire country will become a huge chance to make the rich richer and get rid of those that are too poor to live. This government has gone too far by underfunding the NHS, leading to a 3,000 times longer wait to be seen by a specialist. And I know this personally because I have been waiting over 6 years to see a specialist, and I am still waiting, constantly following up and always being pushed to the back of the line because they can. I have 2 outstanding waits for specialists that I have been waiting for around a year now. And in the fiscal 2025 year, they expect to underfund the NHS by another 14%. They are doing that so they can say to the public, we can't afford the NHS anymore, we're selling it off. So it becomes a private health service that you'll have to pay through the nose to afford, like in America, or just die. That is the motto of the Tory party in 2024. Pay us or just stop living. The Tory party don't want to better the country. They want to be rich, and that's all they want. More commas in their bank balance. Oh, and less poor people who are going to vote for the left wing, because then they'll be able to stay in power. Whilst I am a leftist, I do not support Keir Starmer. But I have to say that out of the 2 evils, I would have to vote for Keir over a third party candidate, simply to give Keir the numbers to get Tories out of power. Simple as that. And all I have to say to the Tory minorities is you may be currently getting rid of the others, but once they get rid of them, it'll be you on the chopping block. You're still an other to them. And it will carry on like that until England is full of just straight, white, rich people, and everything is homogenous. Only then will these racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic bastards be happy. Rishi, if you ever watch this, then guess what? You'll be on a Rwanda boat if the homogenous white racists win. You're just a scapegoat right now to excuse their racism, but you're still a brown man at the end of the day. That's not white, so you'll be out. And you'll soon be begging for the right wing to be removed from power. All that money won't save you from the racism that you are encouraging, as well as the harassment of the queer community, especially the trans community and drag queens. I looked up statistics. They are from America, but it's similar stats in the UK, just on a smaller scale because of the population size. Want to know what the biggest adult on child sexual abuse, where the biggest adult on child sexual abuse happened? In churches, schools, and their own homes by family members. There have only been a handful of trans sexual attacks, and the majority of those trans attacks were trans victims. And there have been 0 drag queens attacking children. But the literal Christian church has acknowledged this abuse of children by the Pope himself. Now, I was a victim of sexual assault at just 11, twice. I was attacked in my home by a family member who should have kept me safe. He was a straight man. Because of this, I also wasn't his only victim. Now, because of this, if I am ever lucky enough to have children, I would rather leave them in the care of a drag queen than a pastor, straight man, anything like that. Because Drag Story Hour is a person, whether they're male, female, whatever, wearing more clothes than I am right now. I am wearing a t-shirt, a cardigan, underwear, and pants. Drag queens have, on a minimum, multiple pairs of tights. God knows how much, whatever they've got in terms of, like, underwear. Because every drag queen is different. They have different ways of getting everything sorted. The dress itself is usually very hard to get into and out of. They have a minimum of 2 to 3 wigs stacked on top of each other to give them that big volume. And they wear so much makeup that they basically have muscles in their necks so that their face doesn't just drop because they've put like 20 pounds of makeup on. So I would rather leave my child in the care of a drag queen in full drag than a pastor or a straight man or just anybody that I know would abuse children, including school teachers. And that's not against all school teachers. It's just those that have been known to. Now, I do hope we get more people like Harold Vorderman speaking up against the Tories as a voice for the little people in the UK, shining a light on the injustices and doing her best to better the country. Her, as Prime Minister, I would vote in a heartbeat. She would not have to do anything to get my vote because she already has it. She's an amazing woman. She fights for the people without a voice. And she is an amazing ally to have right now. Especially in the wake of the absolute disgusting shit that is coming out of our current Prime Minister, making jokes about a trans 16-year-old who was murdered because she was trans, making a joke whilst an anti-trans joke, whilst her mother was standing 20, 30 feet away. She was in the same room. He knew she was there, and he still made that joke. He is disgusting, and I hope it does not rest easy for the rest of his life. He deserves to have shame upon him for the rest of his life. He is a disgusting excuse of a man. And he needs to resign today. He needs to go now. And he needs to call a general election as he leaves, so that the people of the country can vote for who they want in charge of the country, rather than having a random person thrown in because the people who are in the power choose it. And I reckon the power should now go back to the people. The people should choose who they want as their Prime Minister. I had to come on because that joke hit me like a ton of bricks. And I am not going to sit by idly and not say anything anymore. This channel may become a channel of me talking about Rishi Sunak and all the shit that him and his colleagues say. Especially Jacob Rees-Mogg, who was at some sort of Tory conference with Liz Truss, saying that anybody who wanted to stay with the ECHR were basically mentally deficient. I can't remember his exact words, because whenever a Tory speaks, I tend to zone out. That's just my ADHD. But I do remember that bit of him talking about the ECHR, and I'm not going to sit by and just let it go anymore. Because they don't deserve it. Especially when they are... Hang on. Where is it? I'll get it up. I'll get his... I'll get Jacob Rees-Mogg's actual... Where is it? I do know it's about, unless they've deleted it, which honestly I wouldn't blame them because of how disgusting it was. Yeah, I think they've deleted it because of how disgusting it was. Honestly, I don't blame them for wanting to get rid of Jacob Rees-Mogg off the profile. But at the end of the day, what he said resonates with the right wing. And is this it? No, that was last year. Here we go. It was at the launch of a new Tory group. Here we go. He said that bodies such as the World Health Organization and COP Climate Summit limit our freedom for maneuver. And says that popular conservatism is about giving voters freedom over their lives and taking it away from the unaccountable, the faceless, the bureaucrat, and the pious platitudes of pompous politicians which have been running this country for too long. But everybody knows that when they leave the ECHR, they are going to make laws that are going to threaten the lives of those in the country. Those who are not straight white males. That's it. That's all they want. They want straight white male supremacy. Plain and simple. I'm going to end this video here because I'm starting to get really angry right now because of Tory bastards that need to be gone. But I'm going to end this video with this. I'm leaving that on this in every video going forward because Rishi Sunak is a war criminal. He is actively killing those children. 11,500 so far. And on the list of the names, 258 were listed as 0 years old. 258 0-year-olds. It's just completely disgusting. And they did an art piece, I suppose you could call it, showing you what 11,500 children looks like, and it was a 5-kilometer line of children's clothes, and that just broke me. Still does. And seeing the videos that are coming out, it's just disgusting. Israel is a genocidal country. They are currently committing a genocide. And I'm going to end this video here because I'm going to start crying it if I don't. So, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.